Also coming out of Grand Bahama this Sunday, residents on that island woke up this morning to some chilly weather. Now, according to weather officials, the cold front is what caused flooding at the Fishing Hole Road, which connects Freeport to the west end of the island. That road had to be closed for the safety of residents. Italia Hall has the details.
According to weather officials, a cold front and high-pressure system established a tight pressure gradient, which generated strong northerly winds. Because of the position of the Fishing Hole Road to the north of the island, coupled with high tide, the northerly winds were able to push the water on shore. Around 10 on Sunday morning, the winds were still a bit heavy at the Fishing Hole Road. Now, residents say around 6 a.m. the water level was much higher than what it is now. Cars could be seen lined off, one behind the other, waiting for the water level to subside. Onlookers stood around anxiously as well. The Minister for Grand Bahama, the Honorable Dr. Michael Darville, was on the scene.
As a result of the winds, which is about 15 to 18 knots, the spring tide has made the Fishing Hole Road not passable, and so we have waters at about 1 to 1.5 feet deep. The tide is receding now. We have the Royal Bahamas Police Force ensure that the traffic pass back and forth.
Superintendent of Police Mactavius Daniel says it was around 6 a.m. that police received reports about the flooding. He says shortly after they made a decision to close the road and reopen it around 10 a.m.
After consultation with the chief meteorologist or with the chief met officer here in Grand Bahama, the water is receding and the flooding isn't that bad, so we decided to open the road. Now, he is saying that by 4 p.m. this afternoon, the tide is going to shift again, and so we can expect more flooding in this area. Of course, the police will be monitoring the situation here, and we will take the necessary action if it becomes necessary to close the road again.
Daniel says flooding is a definite danger.
You have water on both sides of the street, and you can always have flash flooding, and for the safety of residents, even though it caused some inconvenience, the police take the decision to cross the road as a safety precaution.
The issue of flooding at the Fishing Hole Road has been a concern for residents for many years. This is why the government of the Bahamas decided to break ground for a bridge. Minister Darville says the bridge at the Fishing Hole Road had a setback due to Hurricane Matthew.
As you look at the GIN power lines, all of the other power lines were down, and so we are able to put the power lines back up on the GIN poles. And so the contractor's out here right now with us looking at what is happening at the Fishing Hole Road. We're so pleased that the temporary road, we thought we may have lost a part of it, but it's holding firm.
Italia Hall, ZNS Network News.